Basketball to me is the most beautiful game because there are so many nuances and so many different assets to the game. You have to play both sides, offense and defense. And what I found intriguing about the game is, how accurate you need to be as a shooter to be able to score. And at a young age, I was able to do it better than I thought I could at first. And as time went on, I found more nuances and more interest throughout the game. It just keeps developing. My love for the game just keeps developing, keeps building, keeps growing. And so it's very motivating to have that type of love for this game. And there are other sports that I tried out also, but I just don't find them as intriguing as basketball is. And so it's quite unfortunate that we had to lose Ahmed Ali, who was a wonderful leader and a wonderful guard. Despite our struggles, we are thankful for the moments of struggle that make us just a little bit stronger as we go. And the team mindset as that approaches us is next man up, and we are to always be ready. And personally, my mindset is just to rely on all of the hard work that I've allowed it, and then just kind of focus on what needs to be done and then do it. I believe I bring quite amount of things to the program. Definitely working on my leadership and my role as a point guard, and to be more vocal, to be more of an example, a positive influence, to also bring more energy as well. You can never go wrong with a lot of energy in a great program like this. And so just to focus on what needs to be done, like I said, and then try my best to fulfill it, and then help the team accomplish our goals as we progress throughout the season. It's been a lot tougher than I might have realized. However, it's going along, and then I am very privileged at this time to be able to continue to live my dream of playing basketball, and especially at the University of Hawaii. However, concerning the transition, it's just definitely a process that needs to be touched on step by step, and I'm willing to embrace that process. I wasn't able to touch a basketball, in Ghana. I wasn't able to always run 5-on-5 or 3-on-3 pickup games as frequently as I wanted, but I'm just grateful for the chance I have now to improve on that and to get back to where I used to be a couple years ago and better. It's definitely life-changing. You get to learn a different culture and work with the people, the Ghanaians there and the other Africans surrounding them, and you get to definitely find an appreciation for what you have. And I'll just give an example. There was one time my colleague and I, we were walking, and we were going to preach to this one individual, and we saw a little boy who had made sort of like a car type toy to play with out of a tuna can, some rocks, and some bottle caps, and 2 sticks. And you kind of look back at it, and I have siblings that have toy cars, and so it's definitely a life-changing experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world, because it has definitely made me mature as a young adult, as a young man, and so I'm very thankful for it. I tend to not necessarily look at the disadvantages, but rather, like you said, the advantages and the positives of serving a mission in Ghana. And you're away from the game for a little while. However, it does help you mature a whole bunch. It helps you, like you stated, have a better perspective, a more positive outlook on things. you're more optimistic rather than negative. You tend to focus on what actually needs to be done and what matters most, and then you tend to forget about the little things or the irrelevant things that don't really matter, you know. And you also grow mentally. You grow. I didn't grow much physically, but I definitely grew spiritually as well, and that has definitely kept me in tune with the lines along of the game of basketball. The University of Hawaii is actually a great background story to me choosing this school. It was always been a dream of mine to be able to play here and to represent Hawaii. And when Gib Arnold and his staff was coaching here at the university, I was actually offered when I was about 13, 14 years old. I attended a UH camp that they have every summer, and Coach Gib fell in love with me and was in love with my attitude and my game, and so I took that and I ran with it, and I worked super hard, and unfortunately some things went down, and I had to work even harder to gain Coach Ganat's respect and his staff, and I was able to do that. And the night when Coach Ganat offered me, I knew exactly where I wanted to be, and I knew it was part of the plan. And so representing this state as well as this program specifically is definitely an honor, definitely a privilege, and an opportunity to just set an example for young local kids, and to help them understand that it's about how hard you work, not about what others say. And so both my father and my mother, they grew up in very humble backgrounds, and they both had a common ground with working hard, and the ethic of working hard and the traits that come with it were influenced by, of course, them. And my father, not too many people can say, oh, I've played 2 professional sports. My father played for the Toronto Blue Jays right out of high school for a couple of years, and then went to BYU Hawaii and earned a scholarship there, then went on and played in the Philippines professionally for basketball. And so definitely trying to execute the same dream that he wanted when he was little, and he was able to do it. And he's played quite the influence on my game, as well as my mother too. They've given me so much advice, and if I had to choose one, my mother would always tell me, just remember who you are, who you represent. And my father, his words of wisdom, they just basically result in don't forget what brought you here. Don't forget the little things and the fundamentals that allowed you to overcome differences and that have brought you so far in this life. I love working with kids and children, and I sought to do something more in the medical field, and so I'll most likely change my major sometime soon if business doesn't completely work out. But to answer your first question concerning school is amazing. I just love being able to be in the classroom again and to learn more knowledge that is basically intangible. That knowledge you can take wherever you go, and it will also help you in the long run. And so classes are great. Keeps me busy, keeps me on point, keeps my schedule posted, and so I enjoy spending time with family and supporting my family members in their various areas of life. And I also enjoy playing music. Not too many people know I can play an instrument. I won't say which instrument it is, but not too many people know I can play an instrument or two. But I do enjoy listening to music, and I also enjoy going out to eat, honestly, too, and testing new food sites. I enjoy poetry, and a lot of scriptural study as well. I enjoy reading books, and so with that being said, that's just some of the few things that I enjoy doing off the court. Winning definitely stands out to me, but also seeing the joy of others throughout the game. I can marvel upon, you know, a good layup or a shot or a pass or a dribble movement that I made, but just seeing my teammates happy after a win and seeing the collectiveness and just being part of a family is also what is amazing about this game.